77th Mount SAC Invitational with one of the most consistent athletes in the entire state of California, Elizabeth Jacklin. Doesn't matter if it's Woodward Park, doesn't matter if it's Cucamonga Guasti Park, doesn't matter if it's Mount San Antonio College. Just continuing to build momentum, obviously toward league and the postseason. The stretch has been incredible. Just to have the courage to be able to take on these 3 races, Elizabeth, is just so inspiring. What did you really want to be like purposeful and intentional and mindful about today that you know is gonna benefit you the most on November 15th and 22nd of prelims and finals?
Today, for sure, the goal was just to see what I could do that first mile and see how long I could hold it. I feel like every year Mount SAC Invitational is always like kind of a wake-up call to the course, because of course I know it's a pretty like hard course, but every time I do it, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's harder than I thought. So I feel like today was just like, what can I do for the first time, and how can I improve on it for CIF prelims and finals? So
you were so just fearless at Woodward Park. The woman that was attacking Killer Hill on that day was not a woman that I've ever seen attack Killer Hill like that before. How, if at all, did that just give you reassurance or belief? Because I mean, Switchbacks is its own monster. Yeah. Reservoir is its own monster, yeah. but obviously you have become one of the most improved athletes in the entire state. But in terms of like the things that we can break down as to why you are, how did you feel about how Elizabeth Jacklin attacked the hills today versus the past?
I definitely don't think I attacked the hills as much as I wanted to, but then again, like I said, like I know these hills are hard. Personally for me, I feel like they're harder for me than at Woodward Park. So I just knew today that like it's just basically like a test run to see where I need to improve. So I'm gonna think about my race today, and I'm gonna figure out how I can improve on it and work on it in practice.
For you and your teammates, for Maximo and his teammates, again, just to have the ambition and the courage to even line up, for those races 3 weeks in a row. How excited are you now to be like, let's go back in the lab and like let's get some training in, because it's like, okay, there's been a lot of really optimistic things and a lot of really encouraging things, but then also because I know that you are a very determined woman that sets the standard very high, just like Max does as well. That it's like, hey, we're going to take the good parts, but we're also going to take the learning experiences and channel that toward November. So, how valuable could this next training block be for you?
I think it's going to be super valuable, especially if I just think about how good my competition is and how much I want to be up there with them, and I just really got to think about how much I want to be there. And workouts and training is, especially lately, have been pretty good for me, pretty good for all of us as a team. So I feel like we're just gonna take our workouts and just use it as a confidence booster as we go into like CIF and league and stuff.
Absolutely. Obviously, Lord willing, health providing, she's going to get 2 more opportunities on this course, and then ultimately an encore performance on November 29th at Woodward Park. Again, one of the most improved athletes in the state, one of the most consistent performers in all of California, Elizabeth Jacklin. Stay healthy. Best of luck going forward.
Thank you.